Hi Virgos, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for you all. Okay, let's get into it here. Alright, let's see what's going on with you Virgos. Okay, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Alright, I'm just going to get all the cards out and then I'm going to channel. We have the Justice here. So the Justice card just came out. This is something about in the bedroom, or maybe somebody you pillow talking with someone. Okay, something is fair. You have the Strength card here. So there's something about like a past situation where there was like a you versus them, right or wrong situation. And I see Virgos that whatever happened in the past here, it is entirely justified in whatever's happening to you now. Okay? Like, so for example, if there was some accusations or things going around about something, and like, let's just say, for example, maybe you have no children, with the Six of Cups in reverse here for me. Or maybe you are not really in like a kindred spirit, best friend energy. That is absolutely fair. If this is like a romantic situation, I don't see you have kids or kids is in the forefront of your energy, even if you have children. But I am getting that, if you have any like legalities, karma, anything like that, it is an energy where I want to hear you out. Exactly what the Eight of Wands here. I want to hear you out. I want to hear how you talk, how you move. We have the King of Wands in reverse too as well. I'm also getting like a fire sign has been talking crazy about you. Like, this is somebody that is not really in the collective, or they're not in the community, and they're doing what they need to be doing. Like, it's somebody that's supposed to like be into theater, finances, charity, and they're not doing that. So you're instead having a talking stick. Okay, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. I feel like whatever past situation you have, Virgos, like your karma is being graded out because of that. This could be with a person and or a situation, or like an overall energy, because this is not a collective reading, right? It's whoever is vibing with the energy or not. And those of you who are on the bad side of karma, then this is what's going on with somebody else's karma. But basically, this King of Wands has been coming in not taking you serious. They have not been taking you serious. It's been like a lot of little pep talk, like a lot of like acknowledgement, like little acknowledgement, cookie crumbing you. And yeah. The Knight of Pentacles is here. King of Cups is here in reverse. This is driving somebody insane, like the way how somebody's treating you. There's a lot of needing to get back on one's feet, like have a plan. I don't know if this person is like verbally or physically or spiritually abusive, but there's some type of like, the King of Cups has flipped. And this is somebody that needs to stop focusing on you so much and focus on their own selves, because you have good karma right now. You have good karma right now. You are, just vouching for what type of karma you have right now. Okay, let's get one more card. We have Temperance in reverse here. Why is the Temperance in reverse here? So this is not something that you're supposed to... You may be feeling stressed out at this time, or like feeling like stress calm. Okay? There's Temperance here. The Lovers is here. So it's because you're meeting somebody new, or you're in an energy where there's a transitioning where it's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to step up to you. Like, it's that situation. I feel like also too, there's a dynamic where maybe somebody did say something, like they had some type of excuse, some type of right towards you, Virgos. Like, this could be infidelity, financial, it could be family, it could be whatever, associates. And the person that they were talking to, they were like, yeah, okay. So that's your final statement about Virgos. That's your final answer about Virgos. That's what that was. Like, you just couldn't take it anymore. You just flip, like, you know, because it's somebody said something, you know, like it's just one of those things where it's very petty, and you're clearly not seeing that this is somebody that is broke, or they got depression, or they're going through some shit personally. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, oh well, I was ticked off, and you know, maybe you need to go back to school, stay in school, and figure out or learn how to walk away from a problem, so that way the issue doesn't get bigger. It's bigger than what it is. Okay, and I feel like that's what the situation is. Your past situation said something, they did something, and the person, the karma, and people in the energy was like, yeah, this is like a page. This is like a friend, like somebody you talk to, like you pass by with. Thank you for your help. Thank you for the offer, but I'm going to pass through. I'm going to pass by. And I'm going to go with somebody that either works in the justice system, or I'm going to go towards a fair situation. Okay, because all of this here, with the page of wands here, with the person that you were dealing with here, was self-interest. It was just interesting to them. You were interesting. The situation was interesting. They were curious. They were passionate. Wanted to go your way, etc., etc., and that's how that went. So everybody went to you, Virgos. Everybody went to your vibration, your frequency, your karma, your fairness here very strongly. And now they want to hear almost your side of the story. Like what happened with this King of Wands energy, if this person was in your past, or this is a new person. But they already know about the past person. It's a new person now. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, exactly. And I see that your statement or whatever you're saying here is going to go in your favor. You're going to get something more out of the King of Wands energy in reverse here, because the first one was correct. The second one is correct too. So the third one is most likely going to be correct, but if you go to the third one, it may not be as much of a problem. It'll be like, okay, I'm going to keep things to myself, or why you didn't say something when it needs to be said? Like, why did you think that you should leave that for the last minute? Over energy, we have the Emperor here. So this is a confirmation that you will be meeting the right Emperor, the manager, CEO, the right lover, right? The right person. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I take it very serious. Like, I do take it very serious. You know, I came to a point in my life where this person would even talk like this. This person would be like, I know that I'm not going to put myself out there and go date girls if I'm not ready, you know, because normally, like, girls or guys, they want to move fast, or they want to have something serious, and I just want to play around. Like, I just want to vibe. I look at myself. You know, I self-love myself, and I look at myself, and I say to myself, I'm not ready. I identify. I'm not scared to identify what's going on with me. And that's the Emperor that you're meeting. You're meeting somebody that's like, I'm not ready. And now that you've been through all of these local stops, Virgos, this is someone that's saying, well, I am ready. I am ready to be your lover, to be your manager, CEO, or whatever the case is. I am ready, because at the end of the day, all of this shit that's going on with you, Virgos, and with this King of Wands in reverse here, this could be your current person, and your current person levels up, and they want to hear about your current person leveling up, being the Emperor, saying that I'm ready. And they like, okay, like, you know, I don't see this person, they have a bad bone in they, like, and they don't got a bad bone in their body at all. This is a great man. This is a great guy. It's a great, you know, this person makes little mistakes, but this is like, oh, I forgot, you know, like, genuinely. And that's the only thing that they have going on with them. Wheel of Fortune is there. Justice is here. This is the perfect guy. Perfect woman. That's in a masculine energy. Like, they're perfect. Okay? We have the Empress. Look at that. This could be a biracial, biracial couple. The guy is white, you're black, or you're dark skin, this person's light skin. There could be something going on with that. Here we have the Hermit here. I see that you're soul searching, Virgos, about like you being the Empress. Okay? We have the Page of Wands here. So this is a confirmation that this Emperor is actually the King of Wands in reverse here. But for some of y'all, this is the reason why this person became an Emperor, because somebody was like interested. Okay, somebody was like curious. They were passionate. And so somebody made a huge event where they were curious, they were passionate, and with the Knight of Wands energy, Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles energy, they just was in and out starting drama, but with no facts, right? With no facts, with no mastery level here, with no credentials. It was just like all talk, all energy, like, oh, I didn't like the way it was going, you know. But it's like, okay, so did anybody hit anybody? Did like anybody like threaten anyone, you know, and they actually attempted to do so? Like, it was one of those things where it's like that. Eight of Pentacles is also like, okay, has there been a track record, right? Has there been a track record of this person doing things or saying things or moving accordingly? If there's been a track record, then yeah, I would say Virgos, you're the one that has a track record when it comes to a person and or situation. You're going to say, no, this person kept doing this here. They kept doing this. I spoke to this person. They kept doing it, or they kept doing it in a different way. They're going to read it as like, okay, well, you said something the first time. You act like you don't fucking know. But if somebody's coming up to you or moving accordingly, they're going to be like, all right, well, that's a vibe. It's the same energy as what you talked about to this person before, or how you moved towards this person before. It's the same thing. Again, this Page of Wands energy. You're passionate. You want to have a great time. You know, you're curious. This is good news, access. Okay, with the Page of Wands energy, it's a great old time after you jump off the cliff when you're the fool. You know, and the Emperor is like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that whole, you know, just because you have access, you get to do whatever the fuck you want. Or now that you are over the cliff here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could do whatever the fuck you want. That's why you met this new guy. That's why you met this new girl here. It was like, that was it for me. Because this person's like, that is something that I am absolutely fucking not. I know I am not the Emperor. And I know these conversations, these impulses that this King of Wands in reverse had, I know that what they had is what I had to tame within myself. Because it's common sense that I can't move like that in life, but I'm not restricted. I am what I am. You know what I'm saying? These are things that I need to do for myself to get to know myself. That's this energy here. And this person became a grown-ass man, a grown-ass woman in a masculine energy. Okay, what's the future outcome for Virgos? I mean, Virgos, I see that you're curious. You're wondering, like, why the Empress? Like, why you're somebody's wife? Or why you know, tell me more about the Hermit. We have the Empress again here. Nine of Wands is here. Somebody was scared of you. You're like two Empresses here. You can have a light-skinned kid, and you can have a light-skinned daughter, light-skinned son, dark-skinned daughter, or dark-skinned son. You can have a light-skinned kid, okay, or a light-skinned, a dark-skinned kid, okay, male or female. But you're soul-searching about you, light-skin and dark-skin style. It's not about you. It's just like you need to know that you were right when it came to a past situation. Because there was a lot of, like, fucking around. There was a lot of excuses. It was a track record. Like, it was a track record. You know, like, it was a broken record where you came from. You know, she kept doing things, she kept saying things, he kept doing things, he kept saying things, they kept doing stuff. Like, it was a non-stop uphill battle. And Virgos, you in this night, you was in this Nine of Wands energy for so long where you don't know, like, you're supposed to keep record. You know, you don't know you're supposed to keep record and shit like that. You don't know you're supposed to keep record, and yes, you got to keep record. Okay, we have the Hangman and the Knight of Swords. This is an air sign. Spirit is saying, take a closer look. Like, look at things with a different perspective. You don't know that there's an argument or there's some type of retaliation coming towards you. Okay, Spirit is saying you need to look at something from a different perspective, because now you are the Empress twice. And someone is coming towards you, your past situation, and or this King of Wands energy in reverse is coming towards you very aggressive. Spirit is trying to tell you it's important that you put yourself in this quantity energy, most importantly quality, so you could tell this person, do not talk to you in a certain matter, or don't move towards you in a certain matter, or there will be consequences because of who you are and where you came from and where you are now and who you are affiliated with the Emperor here. Okay, you need to see that this is an important energy. This is an important role. You are important. Okay, and the person that's coming to you and talking to you should not be talking to you. They should not be moving accordingly towards you. They should not be moving towards you in any kind of way. Because at the end of the day, you are a grown woman. This person's a grown man. You are a grown man. And the divine feminine energy twice. Or you could be gay. If you're a man, you could be gay. Okay? Or you could be developing, you could be finding out that you're gay. You could be having inner conflict about that. So you need to, go figure that out. But with the hangman here, yeah, you need to see that the way how they're talking and move, they can't talk to you that way. They can't move towards you that way. Yeah, Spirit is saying do not hang out. You see evil, right? Do not hang out. You understand not to hang out with this toxic energy. You know that this is not a hangout when they invite you to hang out. You know, this is a time where people can bash on each other. The Three of Cups is about celebrating, getting together, celebrating about people's success and their accolades. You know, family, friends. But the Devil is here, smack in the middle. Three of Cups is in reverse here. The Hangman is here upright. You understand that this is a time where people siphon and use people as a punching bag in the celebratory energy here. You're not in punching bag. Okay, over energy, we have the Ten of Wands here. What's the future outcome for this energy? Nine of Pentacles here. I'm not going to take this. There's all these cards getting out. You have the opportunity to make your situation a legacy with the Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles here and the Ace of Pentacles. You have an opportunity to make your situation a Ten of Pentacles. But very strongly, you feel like your intuition is trying to tell you like, hey, Virgos, this is a toxic situation. This is a punching bag situation. Okay? It's a punching bag. Okay? Somebody's going to use you as a punching bag to take their shit out on you, Virgos. Okay? Ten of Swords is in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles is here. Nine of Pentacles is here. They're going to use you as a punching bag, but the Ten of Swords is in reverse. There's going to be one sword that is used on you, and you're going to not feel like you want to go towards this Ten of Pentacles energy. Okay? Why? Because it's too much. It's more of an intuitive vibes and intuition that is telling you that this person and their situation is using you as a punching bag. This is why you met somebody that is not retarded. Okay? This is why you met somebody that is not retarded. Okay? Not in a mean way, but like somebody who's just genuinely dumb. You know, like... What's the future outcome for this energy? The Emperor in reverse here. Over energy, you have the Page of Swords in reverse. Why is the Emperor in reverse? We have the Page of Pentacles. They're off about an opportunity. They feel off. They like, I'm not really sure about the opportunity that you have. Okay, like somebody is looking at the opportunity that you have to turn something to the Ten of Pentacles. Something feels off. Something feels off. The last reading, this sounds like the last reading here. I said the last reading, it was Satan's lair. There's no heaven. There's no heaven in his energy. It's Satan's lair. And I see that what's coming out in this reading more is the fact that your answer is, this is people, places, and things that use people as a punching bag. This is not, like, even if people celebrating and stuff like that, their intentions is about instant gratification, punching bag energy. There's many different ways you could say you worship Satan, okay? And with the Emperor in reverse here, they're not too sure about the opportunity. And their intuition is trying to tell them the same message that you are receiving. This isn't what it is. Yeah, the Devil is popping out and the Ace of Swords is wanting to pop out. The Devil's popping out again. You don't know that this is the Devil here because y'all haven't felt betrayed. Okay? Y'all haven't felt betrayed demonic style. Okay? We have the Ace of Michaels here, but the Ace, not Ace Michael, the Ace of Swords here, but the Ace of Swords is saying that it is clear that the Ace of Swords is not going to, you know, backstab you. It's going to bring you a lot of clarity in what the devil is. Okay, what this demonic energy is. So instead of something backstabbing you, betraying you, it's going to give you the answers. It's going to give you the clarity. Okay, so you need to know that this is a guy, this is a situation, this is a woman that you may need to stay away from. You may need to leave, separate from, because it sounds like this person's always going to be like this. They're just going to have to be with a side chick, a side dude that shut the fuck up and just sits there and don't do shit, you know? And honestly, I'm going to be real with you, get their ass beat. So if this person's in a mood to like hit a woman or hit a man, they need to be prepared and understand that, you know, he's in the mood to hit you. She's in the mood to like, you know, go fuck around and go do all that shit. Just like you're in the mood to like go flirt with somebody. You horny. You're hormonal. Like, this is how the guy is thinking. They're like, well, if people go out and they go do shit like that, then I need to get with a bitch that knows my urges. And if they know that this man is an abusive woman, or is an abusive man here, or is an abusive woman here, they are going to do certain things to prevent this person from hitting on them. But they know that they're going to hit them. They know they have it in their blood. Like, we come from history where people are slaves. People are slaves. People are slave owners. And some people get with some people, and they know that, and they do certain things to make sure that doesn't come out, or it's suppressed, or it could be refined or evolved from that. You know, and this is someone where they're not there. They're like, no, you either gonna conform or not, you know, like it's not, we're not trying to make something work or trying to think outside of the box like we're think tanks. You know, you either are going to be a side chick or be a side dude. This is Satan's lair. We worship Satan. We don't give a fuck where we go. We just want to like move together. We hope in our afterlife, because we move together, we have this energetic charge. We can attach ourselves to the next plane, and we could do the same thing too, because we know that's how that works. But that's what they want to do. That's their system for the afterlife, or whatever that they want to do. Okay? For you, it doesn't work out for you because the energy that you're coming in, being the Empress twice, okay? The energy that's coming in for you, it's coming in as your destiny is not their destiny. Your vibration is not their vibration. Your frequency is not their frequency. Okay? You are not in Satan's lair. We have the Justice card, we have the Wheel of Fortune, you got the Strength card here, you got the Empress twice. So it's important, it's obvious that you do not belong in hell. You don't belong in this level of hell. Okay? Like, if you don't want to, like, if you're not resonating with that, you don't belong in this sector in hell. Okay? Maybe you belong in a different sector of hell. But with the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card being here, that's God. That's heaven with all them eyes, like they say in the Bible. They said that, let's get you out of there. They said, let's get you out of there. Let's put you somewhere else here, because God heard your cries. God heard your story. And when you were dealing with what in a past situation, and they said, that's not right. I'm going to bring the cherubim, whatever. I'm going to bring the chariot. I'm going to bring the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, because the Wheel of Fortune is in love with you anyways, and they brought you a man, or the Wheel of Fortune ended up, manifesting themselves into this Emperor energy. Okay, and you now in love. There's a physical form of the Wheel of Fortune, which is this man, a white man, or a light-skinned man, okay, or a light-skinned woman, or a white woman. Okay, this is somebody that is obviously not a bad person, and that's what that is. Either you are going to either you're transitioning out of hell, okay, or this demonic energy. I'm going to say hell because I'm going to just keep it real. Either you're transitioning out of hell, or you have an actual person to carry you from the heavens to walk you out of hell, okay? You're walking out of the pits of hell. Because this demonic energy, the devil has been popping up. I feel like the devil popped up 3 times and it wants to pop up again. And I only have 2 devil cards, okay, in this deck. But over here, the devil has been popping up. And the devil's popping up over here where the Emperor doesn't know about an opportunity. So when you don't know something, Virgos, and your masculine energy, or when your man doesn't know something, the devil, because that is God's right hand, well, that is God's best man to get you out of hell. They're flocking to this person, revolving around this person, because they know that that's the person that's going to take you out of hell. But what is being protected from this person, okay, from Satan here, is the Ace of Swords here, knowing that somebody is the devil itself. You are the devil. You worship the devil. So if you're giving me an opportunity, or this is something that's a trick, or something that the many different ways of saying that you worship Satan, this is I look at the origin and I see that the fact that you're just the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where this person could become the emperor again. Understand that this is the devil, and this is the devil giving you a deal. Okay? But still in all, it's off. And right now, where you and your person is at, where you and this other person is at, I'm not sure what I'm dealing with, because Satan has not appeared fiery and all this extra shit here. That it didn't come off scary. You know what I'm saying? But it's the opportunity. There's a lot of strings attached with an opportunity. You have an opportunity and boom. Like, you know, it's just, what are we doing? What is this? You're asking a lot of questions. Okay? So, at this point, for some reason, you and the Divine Master need to take yourself out of the energy and just look at the whole situation as a whole and just be like, yeah, this is demonic. This is Lucifer energy. Okay? And I know that somebody's going to come towards me, disrespect me, cold. Like, you need to understand that, Virgos. That somebody's talking to you, moving towards you, moving funny, arguing with you, and they should not be talking to you that way. Okay? Because with the Ace of Swords here and the Knight of Swords here, this is spirit. With the Ace of Swords here and the Knight of Swords here, the Devil and the Ten of Swords in reverse here, it is clear that this person is arguing with you, going back and forth with you, starting a problem with you for some dumb shit. With the Devil and the Ten of Swords in reverse. It's a fact that you're trying to make me feel some type of way, and you know that I already know what you up to. So why the fuck are you moving towards me? It's stupid. Why the fuck are you moving towards me? Why the fuck are you coming at me? Oh, because I want to. Well, you need to not do that. And instead of you doing something about it, instead of you going back and forth with the situation, Spirit is saying, listen, you're going to meet somebody new. You're going to meet somebody new, or you are going to stay with this current person, and this current person is going to be the face of not disrespecting people who's on a higher frequency and a higher vibration. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. Because when you're away, when you're alone from your husband, your wife, your fiance, your family, people want to act a certain way, especially in this energy. But then when another one pop up and they like that, and they still do it, or they kind of like, obviously they're not going to do it as much as when you're alone. But confirmation. Also, the Twin Flames is talking about this too, or going through this as well. Okay? But when your man pop up or your girl pop up, they'll take it. They'll be like, oh, okay, size you up. But then when the third one pop up and the fourth one pop up, you know, like, so what was happening? What was going on? Like, you know, it's a very omen type, you know, until a bitch be like, you know what? This is an omen. I'm catching on that this is an omen and I need to stop. Because somebody in y'all, like, when you pop up or when your person pop up, there's a spread, okay? There's a spread. Because at the end of the day, you sizing her up alone. The second one is here. You sizing him up kinda, and you moving funny. Now the third one is popping up, and the fifth one is popping up. Now I'm sizing you up. And you still got the energy of, well, I talk crazy, I do this, I do. Oh, really? So you know now that I'm quiet and you talking a lot, right? Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune, the Justice card, the Strength card comes in. That's court cases. That's people outside. That's like, it's only right that happens to you. I heard. We all heard it with the Ace of Swords here. Anybody that's in this Emperor energy, okay, that is also coming on their way up, and they're gonna obviously make it. They all heard it. No, I heard you. When you get your car, when you get your house, everybody in the energy are just like, well, you know what it means to have a car and a house and children, right? You know what it is. Just like when you go to high school, when you go to elementary school, when you do all that extra shit here, you know what it is. It's a omen. It's a, you know that I know that you know, not in a disrespectful way. It's an inside joke. or it's an inside knowing. But people that don't have their high school diploma, people that's a high school dropout, people that don't have kids, they don't know. You know, I know what I'm talking about because I didn't have kids at once. And now I have a kid. And now it's like, okay, take care of your family. And these are the things that you got to do to take care of your family. It's different from when you are outside. But when you have your own kids, it's a different ball game. You literally feel mentally, spiritually, and physically is different. Obviously, because you had a baby. And that's what this energy is here. It's not somebody learning their lesson. It's not somebody but it's like you need to learn how to respect people who are husbands and wives and who has a corporate job and people who want to go out and do things for themselves. People who want to be clean and be high vibrational. Okay, like you can't do that. This is why I say if you live in an area where it's low income or people are not married but they staying with they boo, you gotta know that there's some type of ignorance, there's some type of childish shit going on here. You're gonna have to be a certain way, you're gonna have to move a certain way. But this is a situation where you passing through, or if you're not passing through, somebody's still in your face talking about like, I don't like that, you X, Y, and Z. I don't care what the fuck you like. What the fuck I'm supposed to do, bend down? Bitch, if I'm legally married or if I have a kid, just because you don't like something, you don't want my kid to be in my life, who the fuck are you? This is what the energy is talking about. This is what you were dealing with back in the days. I want you to be a certain way. I want to be like this. I don't care what you want to be. But when you in front of me, you can't be like that. You can't do shit like that. Especially if that's my fucking man, that's my girl, that's my fucking property. Now, if my man or my girl or my family member is coming out their face talking about it's okay, it's all right, it's not okay, it's not all right. You know why? Because that's not how you're supposed to be acting. We being nice to you. That's not appropriate. There's no way you should be talking, slurring your words. You should be getting overly wasted. There's no way you should be doing all that. You got to handle yourself like a lady. You got to handle yourself like a gentleman. You're doing too much. And now the situation that's coming in is talking to you like in a disrespectful way. I'm disrespectful. So if you was dealing with a disrespectful situation, you were dealing with a sexual thing back then. Maybe somebody was having kids at an early age. Maybe this is somebody that was curious. Maybe this is somebody that was doing things they weren't supposed to be doing here in a sensual way, in a sexual way. Or things was leading up to that department. Now you got somebody in your face talking crazy. Like, why are you in my fucking face talking crazy to me? And why are you about to? So honestly, with the Emperor here, you and Divine Masculine, or Divine Masculine most importantly, needs to understand that this opportunity is trash. And this is going to give the devil, this demonic energy, an opportunity to talk some shit. And what you talking about? This is one of those things where you can nag on the side, but don't nag in front of my face or nag in my energy. Because if you're going to nag on the side, bitch, don't talk about me. Because I'm not even talking about you. I'm not even dealing with you. I'm not even I'm not there with you. That's this energy. We have the High Priestess popping out again too. And the Six of Wands here. Your intuition is trying to tell you like that is correct. Because what the fuck? I don't like something. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Keep your judgment to yourself. Go have a silent judgment. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what's going on in somebody else's life. And then again, like, you failed. You're a failure. I'm not a failure. I can't be doing anything wrong. If I'm married, if I got children, if I got a roof over my head, if I got a house, if I got a car, if I got all these things here, then I'm doing something right. So whatever you want to say or however you want to treat me, it's not happening. It's not going down. This sounds like, also too, like, it's not even like I heard, but it's like, you cannot talk to me that way because I'm more successful than you. You cannot talk to me that way because I'm more successful. Therefore, you cannot also emotionally, you can't emotionally, spiritually, you can't do none of that shit. And this is why the goons is popping up. This is why you have, support and marriage and family and friends. Because it's like, whoa, why are they talking to you like that? Did you do something? No, I didn't do anything. I just sat my fucking ass right there and I just lived my best motherfucking life. And then all of a sudden, it was a vibe. All of a sudden, somebody want to say something to me. All of a sudden, oh, I saw you. How you saw me and I didn't see you. I don't know you. How do you know me when I never had a conversation with you? How you feel in a certain way when I don't know you? I never seen you before, but you feel some type of way toward me. That's why the goons is doom separating in a very a high vibrational energy. Like, whoa, we're not doing that here. Okay? You need to understand that you need to stay in a child's place or stay your curious ass over there. If you talking amongst each other or whatever it is, we're going to have to talk about that too. Because why are you talking to somebody else about me and I don't even know these people? Like, what's the problem? Well, I don't even know these people. Like, if we had a relationship, then talk about our past relationship. But don't talk about, like, pillow talk and talk about me, what I'm doing now. Oh, that's this and that. Whoa, that's who? Can I get an exit card for this energy? Six of Pentacles here and the Page of Cups here. Yup. Now somebody want to talk to you, or people in the energy want to talk to you in a very selfish, narcissistic way. Page of Cups here. Oh, I want to talk to you. Three of Cups is in reverse. How you want to talk to me when... So you want to talk to me so that way I could be a punching bag. Three of Cups in reverse is supposed to be actually celebrating about something good. Six of Pentacles is a one-sided relationship. So this person's asking all these type of questions and they're curious and you don't know what the fuck they up to until it's the last minute, and that's why it's the devil. That's the confirmation. That make no sense, Virgos. And now you and Divine Masculine are like, I noticed that. It doesn't matter what I say. You just want a war. Like Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. With the Vulture, I believe. That's how you call them. It doesn't matter what I show you. You want a war. And then, what's her name? Alice, she turned around to Bella and she said, go. Like, tell Renesmee to leave with Jacob. You know, because it doesn't matter what I say, doesn't matter what I do. But until he saw his death, until somebody saw how they got fired, okay, until somebody saw how, they went to jail, they went to prison, they stopped. They stop. And so now you're like, okay. So I'm happy I have a husband. I'm happy I have a wife. I'm happy I'm engaged. I'm happy that I have children. I'm happy that all of this is happening here. And now you walk away in a situation where it was like, that's one-sided. And now because you have justice on your side, okay, you could also take somebody to court in the future, because now you see that this is somebody that created an environment where it wasn't about celebratory energy. It was about a punching bag. It was about a punching bag. It was about instant gratification. And from what I see here with the Six of Pentacles in reverse here, this person wanted to know a whole bunch of shit about you, a little shit, because those are paper cuts. And that shit, especially these are lawyers, managers, CEOs, that they could use that to twist their words. That's off the books. Page of Cups energy is off the books. It's off the books. It's not really important. Six of Pentacles is here, one-sided. You would have been in a situation like, okay, I'll take your opportunity, but this person's ciphering so much fucking information over you. This is an undercover. This is a snitch. This is somebody that is trying to go after whatever you have going after for yourself here. And if this person found out that you were the Empress or you were the Divine Masculine or whatever it is, hey, this person's going to try to take that shit and make this person selfish. They're a thief. They're a thief. That's what they are. Where is Virgo going after this? Four of Wands is here. The Magician in reverse here. Five of Swords is here. You're not going to a wasteland. That's what Spirit is saying. You're not going to a wasteland. You're not going to stay in a relationship or get married or live somewhere where it's a wasteland with a Magician in reverse. Okay, Five of Swords is in reverse here as well. Like, you're not doing that. Page of Swords is in reverse as an over energy. This is interesting. I feel like, this is about and sometimes like the justice system, people carry a lot of energy for the rest of their life, but until it's like calm, You know, like that's when you start to see, that's how this person starts to see like things going in their favor. You know, like, well, shit that they fucked up with and things going in your favor, right? Because when people are energetically like motivated, it's a different ball game from when you're calm. Okay, and I see with this situation, just because you're calm and you're inquisitive, you're learning, you're sitting there, you see that this person is also doing the same thing too. They have no choice because you're far enough away to see this person's calm state, the people around them, situation around them. You see everything about them. In other words, you're reading this person like an open book. And this person, they don't care. They don't care that you're reading them like an open book because they don't think that you're going to take this person to court or get this person fired, okay, or get this person give this person a report, you know, or or you're going to encourage this person to leave their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this is. And I see that you get calm and this person makes one move towards you, or a couple of moves, one or two moves towards you, and it's like, that was petty. You don't know. And it's, again, you're not dealing with somebody that you either have it or not. You got going to conform or not. You know, that's what this energy is. And it's like, okay, all right. So I will then make sure I write that down about you. There's something that they literally do. Like, they start asking you questions, telling you all these things here. And it's not like you need to hide anything. It's just you needing to acknowledge that you are the Empress and you are a value, which is really being installed into you, drained into your brain. Okay, and you're seeing your opportunities and what you can and where things is gonna go with these people, which means that you can reside at a certain place for some time, but not forever, right? Because you don't want to be comfortable in Satan's lair. Okay. So these people know that you're going to leave, and maybe they're going to be on their best behavior. Okay, they're going to be on their best behavior until you leave. But you should obviously leave this guy, leave the situation. Maybe they're going to be on their best behavior so that way they don't have a write-up. They don't have this. They don't have X, Y, and Z. Okay? And then after that, maybe, you know, there's like a level of you go off and you do whatever you need to do. You go off and you go do what you need to do. And then the next person that comes along, they're like, okay, we'll do it to that person because that person is not going to do shit like you Virgos. You know, so they're a conformer. And this is somebody that will be like, okay, well, I got to do what I got to do. I got to be street. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to try to thug it out. Virgos, you was like, nah, like, I this is a court case right here. This is a right up here. If I give you enough, if I do it this way here, and I do it enough times, you know, not you, this person does it enough times, so you get this person fired or have an important conversation. So I have an important conversation with them. You know, like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, then you should be the boss, right? Well, then you should be the boss. That's crazy. And your divine masculine is just sitting there like, she's the boss, you know, like, she's the one that sees all that. You know, he's the one that sees all that. So that's the one. Like, you need to listen to your father. You need to listen to your mother. You need to listen. You have the sun here. Exactly. Spirit's like, all is well. Now it is. Okay, over energy, we have to start here. You will be receiving your wish. This is a wish that's going to come true. This reading is going to come true. Okay, and on my main channel, the star and the wish has been coming out to you as well. You're going to receive your wish in terms of a perspective. Okay, so if everything's perspective right now, you're going to receive a wish. You're going to receive a wish about your ex-boyfriend. You're going to receive a wish about the ex-best friend. You're going to receive a wish about an ex-financial situation here. You're going to receive a wish about everything that you perceive that was doing things to you, not for you. And it's going to be condoned as correct. Like, that is correct. And from this point out here, this is going to be a clean slate in terms of personality, in terms of your worth here, etc., etc. And you will then now be looked at as like, okay, that's just a collective. That's just Virgos. Like, Virgos went through a lot, but you don't walk, obviously, don't walk in that energy. You don't walk in that past energy. You are just like, that was a huge burden. And I'm happy that I could dust that shit off my shoulders and I can actually deal with something that's a vibrational match for me. Like, that's something that's actually like, I'm talking to my equal, okay? It's like you're talking to your equal, you know? Because whatever you were dealing with here was not your equal. You were not equal to Satan. You were not equal to this demonic energy, instant gratification. You are now in this energy of equals, okay? Twin flames could be significant here, so you could be meeting your twin flame, okay? I think I'm going to do a twin flame reading here because twin flames have been popping out twice on both of my channels. So we're going to do a twin flame reading. So that's all that I have for you. I hope you'll enjoy. Remember to like, subscribe, and to share. Look in the description box below, see what I have to offer you. And until then, I will see you all next time. Bye.